Prime Minister inaugurates Omor Ekushe Book Fair. Meritorious People Pathfinder, Prime Minister. Agricultural loan up to Taka 10,000 exempted. Khalilur Rahman to fight UNGA President contest. Those were the headlines. Good evening, viewers. I'm Riti Prova with English Bulletin. Internet addiction is making the young generation less interested about books. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman made the remark in his inaugural address to Omor Ekushe Book Fair on Bangla Academy premises on Thursday. He said all-out support will be rendered from the government for smooth holding of book fair. The Prime Minister said from now on, book fair will be organized in all districts. He sought everybody's heartfelt support to build a secured and humanitarian Bangladesh. This year's book fair has been delayed due to February 12 polls. The 18-day-long book fair will continue till March 15. Politicizing education, research, literary and cultural practice does not reflect a civilized society. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman made the remark in his address to the event of Ekushe Padok conferring ceremony in the capital on Thursday. He said, although politicians run the country, wisdom of the meritorious people work as a pathfinder. 9 individuals and popular band Warfaze were conferred with Ekushe Award this year. They are Farida Akhtar Bobita in cinema, Mohammad Abdus Sattar in fine arts, Mania Tabassum in architecture, Ayub Bachu in music, posthumous, Islamuddin Polakar in drama, Shofiq Rahman in journalism, Professor Mahbubul Alam Mojumdar in education, Tejosh Haldar in sculpture and Urthi Ahmed in dance. The first meeting of Prime Minister Tariq Rahman Cabinet was held at the boardroom of the Cabinet Division at the Secretariat on Thursday. Ministers, state ministers and secretaries of the concerned ministries attended the meeting. After forming the government through absolute majority on February 12 polls, BNP was invited to form the government by the President. Tariq Rahman and his cabinet took oath on February 17. Later, 10 other individuals were made advisors with the status of ministers and state ministers. Although a courtesy meeting of Prime Minister Tariq Rahman's cabinet was held a few days ago, this was the first formal meeting of the cabinet. The cabinet has decided to exempt agricultural loan up to Taka 10,000 including interest. Cabinet Secretary Nasimul Ghani made the disclosure after the first meeting of Prime Minister Tariq Rahman's cabinet on Thursday. He said the decision of the government will benefit 12 lakh farmers. Earlier, Prime Minister Tariq Rahman said his government will introduce farmers' card like that of family card. New Governor of the Central Bank, Mustakur Rahman, said he wants to prove his worth through works by talking less. The new governor made the remark after coming to Bangladesh Bank at 10:45 a.m. on Thursday. The government appointed Mustakur Rahman as governor of the Bangladesh Bank on Wednesday, removing Ahsan H. Mansoor. A chartered accountant, Mustakur Rahman has 3 decades of experience of financial management under his belt. Mustakur Rahman was member of BGMEA, Dhaka Chamber and Chattogram Chamber of Commerce. Foreign Minister Khalilur Rahman will contest for the President post of 81st session of the United Nations General Assembly. He will contest as a candidate from the Asia-Pacific region as Palestine has withdrawn its name. So the contest will now be between Bangladesh and Cyprus. President for UNGA session for 2026-27 tenure will be elected from the Asia-Pacific region. The election will take place at the UNGA headquarters in New York in June. Late Humayun Rashid Chaudhry presided over the 41st session of the United Nations General Assembly for 1986 to 1987 tenure. New government does not want to suffocate the voice of media in the name of accountability. Minister for Information and Broadcasting Zohiruddin Shopon made the remark as a delegation of Association of Television Channel Owners went to greet him at his residence. The ATCO leaders talked about their 10-point demand with Information Minister. He assured them to look into it. Now a short break. We will be back soon with Israel gets F-22 fighter jets from US. Welcome back. You're watching ATN News. This is English Bulletin. No vessel will be allowed to carry additional passengers and increase ticket price during Eid al-Fitr. Minister for Road Transport, Bridges, Railway and Shipping, Sheikh Robiul Alam, made the remarks while talking to the journalists at the Secretariat on Thursday. He said plying of sand-laden bulkheads will remain stopped 5 days prior and after Eid to make the homegoers' journey hassle-free. Now news around the world. A dozen of world's deadliest fighter jets, American F-22 Raptor, arrived at an Israeli Air Force base amid a massive buildup of US military hardware in the Middle East. The jets, representing more than $4 billion of military spending, reached in the Jewish state as tensions with Iran soar. It came just days after the world's largest aircraft carrier, USS Gerald R. Ford, arrived off Israel's coast ahead of Thursday's scheduled nuclear talks between US-Iran in Geneva. Designed by Lockheed Martin, the F-22s cost around $350 million each. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi asserted that India stands with Israel firmly with full conviction during his speech at the Israeli Parliament, Knesset. Modi reached Israel Wednesday for a 2-day state visit and gave a speech at the Knesset. He told the lawmakers India feels Israel's pain. They stand with them firmly with full conviction in this moment and beyond. Countering terrorism requires sustained and coordinated global action. He said India supports regional stability. He also hailed the relationship between India and Israel with Prime Minister Netanyahu, calling him a brother. Iranian Minister of Foreign Affairs Abbas Araghchi said a nuclear deal with the US to avert conflict within reach. The minister made the remarks in advance of talks between the two countries in Geneva, Switzerland on Thursday. Araghchi said the historic opportunity to strike an unprecedented agreement would depend on whether diplomacy is given priority. He also indicated Iran is prepared to make concessions on its nuclear program in talks with US in return for the lifting of sanctions and recognition of its right to peaceful nuclear enrichment. US is preparing to start offering passport services in Israeli settlements in the occupied West Bank for the first time. Palestinians said this amounted to de facto annexation. US Embassy's X account said consular officers will be providing routine passport services to US citizens in the settlement of Efrat Friday. The move came after Israeli government approved new measures this month, making it easier for settlers to seize Palestinian land in West Bank, though settlements are seen as illegal under international law. Before ending the bulletin, the top stories once again. Prime Minister inaugurates Omar Ekushe Book Fair. Meritorious People Pathfinder, Prime Minister. Agricultural loan up to Taka 10,000 exempted. Khalilur Rahman to fight UNGA President contest. Israel gets F-22 fighter jets from US. That's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for being with ATN News.